I've had this on the shelf for a rainy day. I ordered this quite some time ago. A year, maybe? Probably maybe even like a year at this point. Because I figured, since we enjoyed the Resident Evil 5 LP so much, that we would probably get a kick out of Resident Evil 6. And that day is today. Hello everyone, and welcome to Friday. We're playing Resident Evil 6 today. I'm excited, honestly. I'm very excited. This game is divisive. I think divisive is a good word for it. I have looked around the internet for opinions of this game, and I've even asked, yesterday I asked on Twitter, you know, if we were to hypothetically record this game, what are some tips? And some of the tips were not gameplay tips. Some of the tips were, do not play this game, it is bad. But I've also heard from people who absolutely adore this game. So, I'm going to experience it for myself. And I'm going to bring Mal along, and we're going to try it today. And I'm looking forward to it. And I think it's just for the fact that I really enjoyed Resident Evil 5. And, you know, it didn't matter that it wasn't a Resident Evil game, because I'm not what I would consider like a Resident Evil fan. I like the games, but I'm not like a hardcore horror survival fan. 5 was just fun, and the fact that it was over the top and ridiculous made it even better. Someone had described Resident Evil 6 as the Room of games. You're familiar with the really terrible movie The Room. Well, apparently this is kind of like the video game version in a way. So we're going to try it, see what we think. There's multiple campaigns, multiple playstyles. We're going to be playing them in order, so we're only going to get to play like one playstyle today. But I'm still excited to see how the series has changed since 5. And also, you know, draw my own opinions about this, coming from someone who is not a hardcore horror survival fan. I just want to shoot some zombies and laugh at bad scripts. Many hours later, and we're ready to tell you all about Resident Evil 6. Except for the fact that there's really beautiful dinner here, and I wanted to show that off.
I need some greenery.
I mean, the bowls are green.
The bell peppers were supposed to be green bell peppers, but the store didn't have any because of hurricane, so I read were on sale.
Yeah. And when we were at the store, Mal was trying to figure out what kind of taco seasoning she wanted to put in there, and she grabbed the one that says hot and spicy, and she goes, what do you think about getting the hot and spicy one? And I'm like, it's fine. She goes, do you think we should? like a 6-year-old conspiring with a fellow 6-year-old to take a cookie from the jar. And I was like, Mal, you know how I feel about this. Like, I can do hot and spicy. You know, you've done really good about it.
We've been eating the mild salsa.
Anyway, I told her, I said, you can get it if you want. I'll eat whatever. But so she got it, and I came out here and she said she had tried it, and she was like, it's really hot. I'm like, well, it says it on the packaging. So I'm excited to try it for myself, and we'll see how I feel. But yeah, this is beautiful. I don't think we would make talking about video game and eating peppers a regular thing.
A lot of people don't like that, but a lot of people praise it because they're like, hey, way to break the format. Oh my god.
But maybe. How is it?
Less spicy than I thought it would be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but also,
But also you covered it in sour cream?
no, I didn't cover it. I only put a big dollop on it. When I put it in the peppers, I was supposed to put some tomato sauce on, which I did. That may have kind of toned it down.
Oh. It's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Better than I thought it'd be. I'm honestly not a big pepper person. Like, I can eat them, but like, it's not like cream of the crop food for me. And that's really not that spicy, so that's good. How do the folks at home make this if they want to make this?
I basically made a taco meat. Mm-hmm. And I found a recipe on all recipes, but I changed it a bit. There's rice in it, there's an onion in it, ground beef, taco seasoning, tomato sauce, and then I just basically put it in a pepper, like a pepper boat, and then roasted it with some cheese.
Pretty easy. Mm-hmm. Alright, and now for the real reason you clicked this video. Our s'more-filled review of Resident Evil 6. Keeping in mind that at this point we've only recorded a couple of episodes. We've basically played enough of the game, Leon's campaign, because we're starting at the top and going down, to get a feel for the game, and I think talk about some early impressions. And of course also make some s'mores. So like I said earlier, Resident Evil 6 is a super divisive game. Some people like it, some people really hate it. And I gotta tell you, after playing just a little bit of the game, I really like it.
I'm having fun.
You're also having fun. We were actually talking about that between some of the episodes that, we've kind of heard some bad things about the game, including things that were basically straight up avoided. Don't play it, waste of time. And having spent a little time with it, I disagree. I think that if you were playing it solo, it would not be very fun. It's a very fun co-op game. And I feel like it's actually really similar to Resident Evil 5. Now, if you didn't like Resident Evil 5, you are not going to like Resident Evil 6. You're going to hate it. Because it's a lot of the stuff that made 5, but better or worse, depending on how you're looking at it. It's like if Michael Bay directed Resident Evil 5, and it was written by Tommy Wiseau. So, that might be a turnoff for some people. I like it. It is over the top and ridiculous, but you have to accept it for what it is. And if you do that, I think you're going to have fun. Because, again, Mal and I have been talking between every episode we've done about how much, we've actually really enjoyed it. Now, mechanically, the game has definitely changed from 5. 5 moves a lot slower, and this one's really fast action-paced. You can actually finally move and shoot at the same time, which is a big deal. And I mean, if you're a huge survival horror fan and you're a fan of the old Resident Evil games, again, you're not going to like this. That's not what it is. It is not for that audience. It is for a more casual audience, and people who like B movies. I don't know, but we've been playing it and we've been really enjoying it. So I don't know, if you have heard bad things, maybe give it a shot, or at least watch our Let's Play. I do have a complaint. I feel like some of the pacing I think the pacing overall has been good, but there have been a few spots where the pacing felt a little weird, in terms of you'll get to an area and it'll be eliminate all these enemies, and you have to eliminate all these enemies, and sometimes it's just wave after wave after wave, and it feels okay as long as you don't die. If you die, then it's oh god, then you have to do it over again, and it'll be fine for video purposes because Dan will cut the video, so the audience will never get bored. It'll be fine as a Let's Play, but it can be a hard pill to swallow if you have to do a very tough elimination section more than once. That's about it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It's been fun. I watched a lot of B movies because I was part of the Mystery Science Theater Club in college, and every Thursday we'd watch 2 episodes, so I've seen pretty much all of them.
do they know that the writing in the game is bad? Do you think they know and they're working off of that? Or do you think they're trying to make it good and it just comes out really bad?
I don't know. I think it's too bad. Too bad to be... I don't know.
It's just everything in the game is over the top and crazy and ridiculous, so I like it. I've really enjoyed it. And I know that the campaigns differ a little bit mechanically and story-wise, but if this is Resident Evil 6 and if this is what people didn't like, I understand why they didn't like it, but I'm having a lot of fun. Sit down with a friend on the couch, play it. I think you would have fun too. Again, if you play it by yourself, it's probably not going to be a good time.
Don't take it too serious.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Resident Evil 6 starts on the channel next week. We've recorded quite a few. We had to record quite a few since we're going to be out of town. And things are coming together. I got to record more stuff tomorrow, but I'm almost done. I'll have it done by the time we leave on Wednesday. Probably. as always, thank you for watching, and let's get back tomorrow, shall we?